Hello, my name is Satoya and this is my journey. It was late June and I was in the shower and I felt a lump in my breast. So my next stage was to call the doctor and get an appointment set up. I did that and she sent me to a special women's clinic to get a ultrasound and also a mammogram. So once I get to the clinic, I get all of the procedures completed. And then once they're done, they pull me in the back room and tell me that something looks very serious. And they needed to get a biopsy on me as soon as possible. To fast forward ahead, I was sent to a surgeon in Norfolk, Virginia, who biopsied me on August 25th, 2015. When she biopsied me, she noticed that my left breast and also my left area of lymph nodes underneath my arm showed that they were positive for breast cancer. And I later learned it was stage 2. It was devastating for me to learn this news. I kept seeing my little one's face in my head. She was only 5 years old at the time. I was thinking about my husband needed me, my stepdaughter needed me. There was so many questions in my head and things that were going around and around. I had thought that I was eating healthy. I've been vegetarian for many years. I was thinking that everything was perfect. My spiritual strength through studying and praying was so strong, and now I was hit with this extreme challenge and issue that was in my forefront. I had to collect myself and gather myself to be prepared for a natural fight as well as a spiritual fight. I buckled down, and then I later talked to an oncologist who laid out my health plan for me. I was going to have to endure chemotherapy and radiation and also surgery. I knew that was going to be very hard for me. I don't handle medicine well. But I said I would put me aside and fight for the journey. As I started the treatments, it was very difficult. My body did not handle them very well at all. I was bedridden most days. I didn't start feeling better until like the 3rd or 4th week after treatment. And then after that, I completed my 6 cycles of chemo and radiation and also surgery. So I went through 6 months of chemo, and it was very hard, very debilitating on my body. I was in a lot of pain and struggling. I literally felt that it was just beyond me, and so many days that my body just didn't respond the way I wanted it to. And the only thing that got me through was to just raise my hands or ask for the Lord to just give me strength to raise my hands and lift them high and just in praise. When I couldn't walk and I couldn't stand, I was like, if you just let me stand, then I will continue praising you. And through that and all of the help and all the support of the church and family praying for me and rallying around me and assisting me and helping me. And then I was coming to my end. I had finished my 6 months of chemo, I finished my radiation, and now I was in my post-chemo treatment of more treatments with just hormones and other things. And then I was free, I was cancer free. I was celebrating, and the church celebrated, my family celebrated, we were so happy. And then I found something on my side and the other shoe dropped. And as I'm going to get tested, they call me into the office, and it's October the 23rd, 2018. And they sit me down and they're explaining to me, you have to get your port put back in, you have to do chemo again, you have to get an echocardiogram, you have to do radiation all over again. And it was just so difficult, so hard. I had straightened my diet and tweaked it even more this time. I was exercising more. And it was pretty hard. I was working, my hair had grown out, and I had to start the process all over again. And I just said, okay, Lord, once again, you're going to show me how big and how mighty you are, and there's going to be this new journey once again, and we're going to battle it together, and all will be well. Something really disastrous happens. Try not asking the question of why me. Ask why not me. Ask how God can use you through this to encourage others and to help others grow. He is so powerful and so outstanding that He's already planning to take care of you and show you how mighty and how big He is. For me, going through this, it was so hard because I didn't like taking medicine. But the Lord said, I created you specifically, who you are, that you would never get addicted to meds, you would never have an issue with meds. I'm going to protect you, I'm going to watch over you, I'm going to comfort you and keep you close. From the beginning of time, God was watching over me, this little girl from Chicago, Illinois. He comforts me, He cuddles me, He loves me, He cares for me, and He cares for you. My name is Satoya Taylor, and I am a cancer survivor.